Been about 3 weeks since my last video here, and there's a good reason for that. I've been on a extensive solo trip all over Korea and South Korea, not North Korea. And I try to do that at least once a year because you really learn a lot about yourself after spending that time, extended time alone, being in your thoughts, away from the noise, away from societal distractions, maybe pressure from friends or maybe expectation that you even set for yourself based on what was planted in your mind, in your environment from external forces. When you're in that environment of totally being alone in a whole new country, in a whole new different like cultural upbringing, you're really able to have a alignment check of with your purpose and with your passion in life on this journey. And I have an announcement to make, guys. And you guys probably are aware of the title change on my channel, going from leveling up with me into live a life of wonder. And there's a perfect reason for that. In the last 6 months or so of my life, there's been more and more of these wondrous moments that are absolutely magical. And it's even hard for me to kind of describe how these stories and moments unfolded, but they're becoming reality. And some of those I documented over footage, and I'm going to be sharing one actually right now. I got a front row seat to Lewis House's Summit of Greatness worth over $2,000 for less than 100. And this is what happened. Not the cheapest ticket. This was my seat that was assigned to me. This is not exactly a good experience. In life, we're either going to get a reality of what we're told, or we can ask for the possibility of what we're worth and capable of. Those front row seating cost thousands, and that would be epic. You might think I'm crazy, but I decided to bet on my intuition and walk up to the front row. Compared to most people, there are only three things I'm good at, which is loving people, believing in people, and making people laugh. So I started enrolling strangers into adopting me into their friend circle, because there's bound to be someone that's a no-show. And that's exactly what happened. I bought the cheapest ticket and end up experiencing the event at the most expensive seating. And if I can do it, so can you. And live a life of magic and wonder. One where I bought the cheapest ticket at the Summit of Greatness and was able to sit in the most expensive front seat, and everybody's able to experience that. These experiences are way more life-changing and transformative than anything that I really have done really throughout the personal development space of my entire career, whether it's in a seminar environment, whether podcasts, books, all of that, because it's one thing to learn secondhand from a source, from a medium, if you will. It's another to experience these live moments in the moment where you are experiencing it. And truthfully be told, when pressure's on, when the stakes are high, that's where, at least for me, able to learn so much throughout those life experiences. Not only just for me, but I found people around me and myself forever changed. And this is just a beginning, because with a mustard seed of faith, we all can move mountains, and the magic is certainly real, and anyone can do this. It was not an easy choice, because I really enjoyed what I was doing, talking to people, having these interviews, having these conversations. We're going to still have more of that, but the thematic context is going to change a little bit from just your traditional personal development in different areas of life to really pursuing these wondrous moments that are totally magical. And my inspiration is that hopefully some of you guys are able to experience the magic as well. So going forward, this channel will be a mix of interviews, sharing my journey and true stories of discovering how to live a life full of wonder, magical moments, and the possibilities. And you might be wanting me to elaborate a little bit more. Okay, what exactly, Kevin, do you mean by live a life of wonder and possibilities? If I'm being fully transparent, the truth is I am figuring out this myself right now as I embrace on this journey of self-discovery, sharing my lessons learned along the way, my triumph and my folly. There are, however, some fundamentals I've already recognized, some elements that I found along the way, which I'll share with you guys right now. The crucible of these wondrous moments usually involve in taking risks and having a sense of blind faith. And while there are no guarantees in life, there's really never ever any guarantees, but it's almost having this perspective when the pressure is on, when the moment, the stakes are high, you're in the hot seat, you're in that moment. You kind of have this perspective of ignorance to failure almost. It's probably the easiest way for me to describe it. And furthermore, of all the miraculous story that God has helped me pull off, there are some fundamental similarities, and really allow me to explain. In society, we tend to have a overemphasis, whether it's vanity, whether it's money, whether it's notoriety. It's usually one of those three muscles people tends to over-index, they over leverage when, whether they're in a bind or if they want to acquire something. If they really desire for something, they tend to default to flexing one of those muscles. But the moment you take that away, you take the things that society kind of tell us that, hey, we should all be chasing, that's when you start embracing the possibility of unknown. That's the moment you start breaking out of routine and complacency to embrace a new possibility. And having that self confidence of really charging in like head first and have faith in the outcome. And sometimes the outcome is not what you wanted, but might be the one that you need, because that'll be a lesson to really help us get to that next magical moment along the way. And what I also realized is that life has also have these unspoken rules. And when we can find ways to bend the rules a little bit, try to figure out which rules can be stretched, which rules where you can find maybe like a loophole to approach a situation in a different possibility. And oftentimes it's your combination of your unique charisma, your adaptive wit, and a bit of favor from God. And that's really going to take you into the magic of possibilities of what we call adventure of a lifetime. So, more to come. And I want to thank you and acknowledge each of you for watching this and then taking part of my journey of living a life of wonder, possibilities, escape routine, escape complacency, and then believe in the magic of the moment. Because at the end of our days, I think we can really reflect back to, hey, what's gonna really bring us more joy? Is it more houses, more cars, more career accomplishments? Those are nice. But if you can have these memories that you create with people, with experiences that you'll never forget, maybe it's how you inspired others, maybe it's how you inspire yourself. And those are the moments where you really leveled up. And if you, when we're 70, 80 years old, when we look back, I know without a shadow of doubt in my life, I'd want far more of these life changing moments rather than societal accomplishments, if you will. So, all of that being said, want to thank you guys for going on this journey with me. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to unfold. It's almost like chasing a fairy tale that doesn't quite exist. But if you believe in the possibility, believe in the magic, believe in the wonder, you know, I guarantee that that will become reality, because the world will conform to the possibility of what we create. One of my favorite quote in life is that Steve Jobs always said that those who think they're crazy enough to change the world are the ones that actually are going to do it. So I think I'm kind of on that journey right now, figuring out what's going to be like to live a life of wonder. So I want to thank each and every one of you